I'll be showing you how you can make money online using dropshipping business model by reselling Instagram growth services. Let's get started. So first of all, what is Instagram growth niche when it comes to drop servicing? So in drop servicing, as I said, we're reselling other people's services. If you're new to drop servicing or you've been doing it for years, this is going to be very interesting to you because I've never actually spoken about this niche before, and I actually have made some money with this niche, so I can tell you it works. Now, there is certain things that you need to be really careful. So first of all, you gotta be on the right side of the law, okay? This niche can be a gray area if you're not doing it correctly. So stay tuned, and I'm gonna explain you everything, how to do this correctly, how to not get in any trouble, because there's a huge amount of demand, a lot of money to be made with this niche, but you need to be really, really careful. So first of all, as I look at this, I will do Instagram marketing and promotion for super fast organic growth, okay? 30 orders in a queue. Man, this is crazy, brother. Now, let's go and actually open up a few of these listings, and I'm going to show you that you're going to find a lot of orders as well. 33 orders in the queue. 68 orders in the queue. What is it telling you? It is telling you that people basically really want the Instagram growth service. Now, as a drop servicer, what we usually do is we basically resell these kinds of services. So what you can basically do is you can get somebody just like this, right, who's gonna promote somebody's Instagram page for 7 days for $20, okay? And you can then charge, for example, $50 or even $70, $80, okay, for those 7 days and basically make profit. Now, it says, as you can see, Instagram, 100% organic growth, targeted real active followers, increased engagement, research, trending hashtags, increase in website profile visits, competitor analysis, daily 20 to 50 followers. Man, this sounds amazing, right? For $20, no wonder there is so much demand in these kind of services. You know, I've not really spoken about this Instagram promo drop servicing niche before, but I can tell you one thing, that I have tried this niche before and I've gotten sales, okay? And actually without that much work. So it can work really well. Where is the potential for you to make some mistakes and get into some legal issues and stuff like that? Stay tuned. It's going to be very, very important. So first of all, you need to know what is FTC. FTC is Federal Trade Commission, okay? It's an independent agency in the United States government, basically, which is to protect consumers and stuff like that. So what are they actually saying about, you know, buying followers, growing Instagram accounts and all that kind of thing? Now, here's a big article. Buying fake followers and all that kind of thing, you know, this can get you into trouble. Okay, so fake and false reviews and testimonials are banned, okay? Look at this, paid reviews are banned. Now, what it asks, what it talks about followers, let's actually go down, okay? Let's go down and search followers. Where does it say followers? So, fake indicators of social media influence, okay? Selling fake followers, likes, views is illegal. You basically can't sell fake followers and stuff like that. Views, shares, okay? Buying fake followers is also prohibited, okay? Intended to deceive for commercial gain, not allowed. Fake means not from real people, okay? Seller and buyer must know or should know, okay, if these metrics are real or not, if these people are real or not. Now, this is what I want to focus on here. So if you're starting a drop servicing business, you want to make money online, okay, so you're thinking about, okay, what is this drop servicing thing? Can I make money with that? This niche is actually very, very good, super profitable. What I just showed you, like, look how many orders there are on some of these listings. It's absolutely incredible. And look at the amount of buyers there. Look, 2 months ago, out of all the potentially harmful and scammy services out there, I took comfort and known I was actually directly getting, you know, good accounts, not fake, real organic growth 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago. So now this is exactly why I was talking about this. This is super important. So if you're following my account on YouTube, okay, and following my drop servicing ideas and things like that, it's not legal advice, always on my channel, but this is really important. So if you know that you're basically buying or selling fake followers, this is actually illegal in the United States and in some countries as well. So check where you live, because in some countries it's not illegal and people do it all the time, okay? But in the United States it's illegal. So basically, if you know that you're buying or selling illegal followers, this is really bad. But if you're buying and selling organic Instagram growth, there's no problem with that. And as you can see, it's listed on here on Fiverr, okay? A lot of people are buying it. So what you can basically do is you can offer Instagram growth for, increasing followers, okay? Increasing profile visits and stuff like that. If we are drop servicing, we basically want to put a margin of, as usual, as I usually say, about 50% above. So here, for example, let's see, 30 days of organic growth is going to be $100. So you're going to be reselling this stuff at least $200. Okay, but again, make sure you're choosing a listing that is only doing organic growth. Okay, not like, for example, not like going into, I don't know, Google and typing in buy Instagram bot followers, because bot followers are actually illegal according to this, at least in the United States, and some other countries. So do your own research, okay? In some countries, this is not illegal to buy these bot followers, but in the United States, according to FTC, it is illegal, okay? So now, how you get on the right side of the law, again, not financial advice, not legal advice, and all that kind of thing, is you gotta go for the organic growth, okay? So organic growth, Instagram organic growth is the keyword basically that you want to go for. So put it Instagram organic growth onto Fiverr, or you can use Upwork, okay? But Fiverr is my preferred choice. And you can find a lot of people who are doing it. Now, another thing that is very, very, very important is I would only deal with people who have very good reviews in this niche, okay? At least 4.8 to 4.9 or 5 stars. If it's below that, I would really, really, really be careful. Also, by the way, there is 2 different services, which is Instagram page management, where people just post stuff on Instagram, okay? And there is another niche, which is basically all about getting new followers. So I'm talking about that one, which is about getting new followers, not about posting stuff. It's social media management. It's a completely different thing, okay? So with that in mind, as you can see, $100, right? And for 30 days, this person is going to be managing your client's accounts to get new followers, okay? And doing all of that stuff, okay? Competitor analysis, very, very important. Increase in website profile visits and stuff like that. 20 to 50 followers, that means that in 30 days, it could be up to 1,500 followers. This is absolutely incredible, actually, for $100, okay? If it's targeted real followers. Now, how can they do that? I can tell you in just 1 second. I know how to do it because I know how to do it myself. Okay, I could be providing this service even, but I'm going to tell you how they do it usually. They usually get a bot which goes onto different Instagram accounts. Let's just say we go, for example, let's just go to this real estate agency in the United Kingdom. So 16K followers, okay, I can click on it, right? And I can see the followers that is being followed by, that are following this page. Now, some of these people, what they do is they have a bot, they pre-program the bot that it will basically go and follow the followers of this page, okay? And then when they follow your page back, or your client's page back, then they unfollow it. Now, I'm not saying this is necessarily how she's doing it, but a lot of these people are doing it exactly the same way. Now, is this completely illegal? Not really. It's shady a little bit, right? But it's following and unfollowing real accounts, okay? Tens of thousands of people are doing it on a daily basis. Trust me, I know that, okay? Because Instagram growth agencies do it all the time. Now, so it's concerning real people, okay? And it's basically trying to get followers from other accounts into your account or your client's account. Now, this is how it works. I'm not saying that it's a good practice or it's a bad practice. People do it all the time. It's just how it is, okay? Now, another thing that some of these agencies do is they actually go on and check the interactions. So, for example, people that liked certain posts, so they follow and unfollow them after they follow that specific page, Okay, same with comments. Okay, sometimes you see comments, they also sometimes do the same. So they follow those pages of your competitors. And again, she says, I'm going to do competitor analysis. How she's going to do the competitor analysis? If you find a client who's a real estate agent, a small real estate agent, and she will find usually the businesses that are similar in that area of your client, right? They're gonna go through the followers and they're gonna basically follow and unfollow these followers, wait for them to follow back and stuff like this. Okay, this is usually how they do it. Sometimes they also look at what that page, the target page, the competitor page is actually following, just to see what are the similar accounts. So you're gonna go to following, right? And you can see what they are following. Okay, they're gonna follow similar kind of businesses to them, typically. Okay, now again, one more warning, guys. Please do not sell fake followers or buy fake followers and stuff like that. Okay, please do not do this stuff, because you can get into trouble if you live especially in the United States. If not, do your own research and things like that. But now, how can we make money with that? What is the best way to find clients and all of that thing? Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So again, the niche in this case is Instagram growth marketing, to basically bring in organic, real, active followers to Instagram accounts. That is what our niche is. Now, I already explained to you the difference between organic and fake followers, right? So you understand that fake followers is a bot who basically, a fake follower is a bot where you basically see a couple of posts and it's a dead account, it doesn't interact and whatever. It's usually quite easy to spot these accounts, okay? And when it's real followers, it's gonna look more like something like this. So let's open a few of these latest accounts and let's see if they're posting something. There's nothing on there, so maybe it's just a new account. This is a real account, as you can see. They're posting stuff from time to time. There's a lot of posts, not so much actually on this one. Okay, let's check out this one. This looks a bit fake, but maybe it's just a brand new account. Let's look at the personal account. A personal account would be a lot better, so that we can actually see how this would look like. So let's look at this one, for example. Yeah, this looks quite real. This looks quite real. So legit kind of things on there. There's no botty images, no AI images, no like random things, random descriptions. This looks like a legit real account. So if you can get followers like that for your clients, there's really no problem, okay? Especially now, how can you do that? Well, I would really suggest you to be on the right side of the law, right? To not get into buying fake stuff, right? Ideally, you test the seller. So again, not necessarily you gotta use this seller. Like I said, if you put in Instagram organic growth, 26,000 results come in. So a lot of these people are doing the botting stuff, which is what you don't want to do if you don't want to get into trouble, okay? But with this kind of thing, maybe the seller is good. Again, I haven't tried the seller or anything, okay? So stay safe there, right? $20 you can buy, so you invest a little bit of money just to set up an Instagram account and see what kind of thing she's gonna do for your account. Now, once you test that seller and see that she brought in real legit followers, then of course you're gonna be much more safe to use this for your clients, okay? Because then you're gonna see what the results are, what kind of you can do the same research and see, okay, what kind of followers did she really bring into my account. By the way, brother, if you're doing drop servicing using Fiverr, did you know that you can get 10% off by using my link? And also you're gonna support my channel, so please do that. All you gotta do is use this link and then set up an account and then use this discount code TomZalatoris10 at the checkout stage. You're gonna get 10% off your first order. If you drop service a website, which costs $200, you're gonna save 20 bucks on there. If it's a bigger order, you're gonna save even more. So you're gonna find this link in my school group, okay? And also I'm gonna put it in the description and the pinned comment. Now I'm telling you what is the market niche. So the market niche is like a very broad market niche, is basically Instagram accounts. Now, I don't even gonna go very far, because this is a perfect example of how to find people who might potentially need followers. So let's say you're choosing a real estate company. In this case, it's a UK-based real estate agency. It can be in the US, it can be in Dubai. Dubai is really big on real estate. It can be in Hong Kong, it doesn't matter. So we take their followers, right? And we, for example, open up some real estate agents that, for example, are starting out. So just agencies and, so even it could be even like interior design here. It doesn't matter. So it's all businesses in the real estate space. So let's look at this one. So estate agent South Coast. Okay, he's got a Facebook profile, 34 followers. Okay, so brand new account. Chances are he just became a real estate agent. Okay, what does he need now? 34 followers. Well, he does need followers. Okay, that could be a potential lead. Now, how can we really contact this guy? To be honest, we can't send a message, but quite often these slightly bigger companies will actually have some kind of an email, some kind of contact info. Okay, so let's go through some of them and see what we can find. Okay, interior design agency. Okay, that's a UK-based interior design agency. There's a website there. Okay, let's see, maybe they have an email. They don't have an email. Very few followers. Do you think they might want to have a few thousand followers? Of course, why not? Let's go onto there and let's go to the contact page. Send us a message. Okay, you can send a message to them and you can say, I just found out your Instagram page. I see that you're getting started with your Instagram page. Are you interested in increasing your followers and reach to get more clients? Something like that. Again, I'm not gonna give you exact message in this case for this reason, okay? Because I know, guys, some of you might just want to go the botting route, but honestly, I do not at all cost promote this kind of thing. It's not legal, okay? You want to go with the organic promotion. That's why I'm not going to give you the exact message, okay? Use ChatGPT or something to come up with a message. You send it there, that's it. Also, quite often these kinds of companies also have a message button here. There's a message button, so we can send a message on there and offer the same. Okay, so we know that they're just starting out, they don't have that many followers. They really need to increase their followers. And how we can do that? Well, as I described. So we can get followers from these kind of agencies into their business. I mean, that's what people do. That's what these organic Instagram growth agencies typically do, okay? They want to find clients from similar pages, followers, and then bring it into these accounts, okay? They typically focus on personal accounts most of the time. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to show you as well is then once you actually find a small account, that could be a good choice. And let's say in this case, we're going for this interior company, we can see what they're following, okay? Because typically they're gonna follow very similar pages. They're gonna follow very similar pages where we can also find other very, very, very similar pages and offer them the same thing. So let's go down. There, as you can see, they're following mostly property companies, and things like that. So we go here, yeah, and we got another property development company. Okay, so they're actually developing houses, building and refurbishing and stuff like that. So these kind of people usually have money, way more than $100 a month. They can probably afford $500 easily, if not $1,000 a month, to really promote their page to get followers. Because if they're on Instagram, it means they already want to grow this account. I really don't suggest you to go after brands that don't have an Instagram page, okay? And then tell them, oh, you must be on Instagram and I can help you to grow and stuff like that. This is counterintuitive. You want to go the least path of resistance route, where if somebody already has an Instagram page, they're trying to grow, you're just putting some fuel into their fire and saying, look, I can help you to grow this page, okay? Just pay me some money. I'll do everything. You don't have to do anything. Just give me the handle of your social media, okay? So that's really important. So we find a page just like this. They can probably afford $500, absolutely no problem, honestly, if they're selling these houses for million dollars or more, right? So get in touch. Let's click contact us. There's also an email there. Okay, there's a contact form and the email there that you can send. Super easy. And they will know what you're talking about. Because you can even, inside of the message, you can put their Instagram and say, I found your Instagram page. Are you interested in increasing your followers and your clients.
By the way, the price variation in this niche is going to be very, very huge. As you can see here, for example, this one. So for 30 days, she is going to ask for $100. Now, if we look at this one, slightly better reviews, okay, but essentially this guy is looking at 153, okay, dollars, but that includes a 30-minute consultation, right? That is potentially a good thing, because if you're also bundling it with some kind of a consultation, that could be a good thing, because you could be drop servicing this service, right, of Instagram organic growth, plus including a small coaching session that you can attend, for example, yourself, right? You learn a lot about it, you make some notes, and then you can do that for your client, okay? It's going to be very, very valuable for that client. You're going to learn a lot, okay? So, but my point is, these prices can vary very, very greatly, okay? Some sellers will have a lot higher prices than others. With that in mind, let's talk about numbers again, just very quickly. So, what you should be reselling this stuff at. So, I personally suggest that if you're gonna try this drop servicing niche, okay, it's not gonna be like a one-off promotion of, oh, 10 or 20 followers, and I'm gonna, help you to attain. No, it should ideally be an ongoing subscription basis where, for example, it's a rolling 30-day subscription. So if your client signs up for 30 days organic Instagram growth, right? So this is the service, right? It can go on for 30 days. After that point, you bill the client again, okay, and then it rolls over for another 30 days. Nobody's really going to sign up like a long-term 6 months or 12 months contract on this kind of thing. To be honest, it's mostly going to be results based, and people, kind of freak out with these kind of niches sometimes, right? So you probably want to do like a rolling 30-day contract. So people have to essentially prepay you, let's say $100 or $150, right? Like a deposit. Then you buy it on here, right? And then you can basically fulfill that service for the client, get his handles, right? If you buy here from this seller, for example, right? And then you're going to use that deposit money from the client, and then you're going to spend it on here. So you're not risking any of your own money. But what is really, really important, not only that, but also, like I said, to have more like a subscription basis, which is a really good thing these days, right? And then there is a chance that your clients are gonna stay around for a long time, because it is, as you say, daily 20 to 50 followers, right? So if this account, let's just say, if you're gonna work with this, for example, right, as you can see, there's like 33 orders in the queue, which is actually pretty good, okay? So, and the reviews are pretty good as well, right? So if she's bringing your clients, let's say 50 followers a day, right, after 1 month, you're going to be at, let's say, 1,500 followers. Well, on the upside, on the downside is going to be 600 followers. So between 600 to 1,500. And typically, after that time, let's say she brings in 800 followers. Your client might think, that wasn't bad. Okay, I got some followers, right? I've got traction, and now more people are, I'm getting more reach, I'm getting more likes, I'm getting more engagements. You know what? I want to do another 2-3 months. So here you got a potential, right, that your client is actually going to sign up for a recurring thing. Now, the other really important part is, what are the numbers? Like, how do you actually make money? How much should you charge and stuff like that? So as you can see, she's basically charging $100 for 30 days, right? So you should, as usual, you should be reselling at least 50% margin. So $200 would be the minimum. Really, that's not enough, because this is a really good niche, so you don't want to destroy it. Typically, clients won't stay around longer than 3 or 6 months with this kind of thing. They're not going to stay around for years, because unless you're doing extremely good work, right, and these as she's saying, active targeted followers with real engagement. I mean, it sounds really good, right? Hopefully that's the case. Like I said, I haven't tried this seller, but the point I'm trying to make is, I would basically think that my customer lifetime value, LTV, is going to be about 3 months. Okay, they're going to stay around for 3 months, and they're going to spend a maximum of probably, I don't know, $600 to $800. That means that you got to think about, okay, so if the client is going to only spend $600, more or less in 3 months, I can ask for $200. If they're gonna spend a bit more, right, then it could be more. So for example, let's just say $300 a month, right, $900, that would be 3 months. So $300 first month, $300 second month, $300 third month. Does it mean that your clients cannot stay longer? It doesn't mean that, but usually for this kind of niches, people don't stay around for long, because you grow their account to, let's say, 2,000 or 3,000 followers, and they're gonna be gone. They're gonna be like, yeah, that's great, I've got a decent amount of followers, you know, because most people, they struggle with getting their initial 4 figures of followers. So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. At that point, you know, they simply think, oh, that sounds good. You know, that looks good. I've got my 2,000-3,000 followers. I don't need any more. Okay, so I'm really suggesting, if you actually are going to use these kind of services, you got to think about, okay, how long my client's going to stay around, because realistically, like I said, it's probably is going to be just about 2-3 months that people are gonna stay around. Now, as you can see, some people are charging way more. That's why I'm saying it's important to do the research, right? This, for example, for 30 days is asking for $340. Okay, so 3.4 times more than this top listing. Okay, so that's definitely not a good deal for you. I would be going for something like this where, you know, about $100 you want it to be for 30 days. Then you're asking for $300, so $200 a month you're profiting from this client. Okay, and if you do it for 3 months, which is the projected lifetime value, at least in my calculations, right, you're making $900 minus 3 times 100, that's $300. You're making $600 from just one client. This is absolutely cash cow. If you can make it work, right? Also, it's not like there's a shortage of Instagram accounts basically that are looking to grow their account. There's literally tens of thousands, if not millions, of Instagram accounts that are looking to grow this year.
With that being said, I also have a 3 months drop servicing mentorship. Okay, so what we do in that mentorship, I basically teach you one-on-one how to start drop servicing, how to make money online with drop servicing business model, spanning from 5 years of experience of myself actually doing drop servicing, making money in multiple different niches, okay? Not just in video editing, in graphic design, in web development, in running of ads, funnel building, and a lot of other things as well. So if you want to apply for that, there's going to be an email that you can email on here. And also, finally, thanks for watching this video. Drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next video.